Hi folks, today I want to talk to you about one of my favorite books by Paul Campbell, Earth, Pigments and Paints of the California Indians. Now, a lot of people have said they don't think it would be an interesting book because they think it's a very limited subject. This is a fascinating book. Paul is a master when it comes to the research that's required to go into any subject. Now, I went to a lecture of Paul's some years ago at the Southwest Museum, and it was maybe 2.5 hours, nothing redundant about it. He started on the trail of the ochre that he was trying to find, the red and the yellow ochres. Fascinating story. It's all in the book. He covers containers that people used to make for various paints and pigments, the white paints, the black paints. He covers in this book the idea of blue paint, which was really an optical illusion. It's fascinating, fascinating. And what I liked about the book, well, he has binders also. Now, the wild cucumber seed was ground up and mixed with the various paints and pigment materials to make a binder so it actually lasts and doesn't wash off in the next rain. Dude McLean and I went with Paul on some of the trips that he took to take pictures. So this is not just a dry book about how paints and pigments were made, but it's very historical. In other words, he has pictures of the various gourds and materials that were painted in the old days. He has photographs of how people did facial tattoos. I mean, this one, several pages of these facial tattoos that are just absolutely fascinating, and what they mean, and the bows, how the bows were painted, what kind of materials are used to paint the bows and the arrows, and what did the symbols mean. This book, Paul Campbell deserves a PhD for this book. Paints and Pigments, Earth, Pigments and Paints of the California Indians, Meaning and Technology. He covers some of the caves. He shows some of the sites that he would go to photograph, to document some of the different designs and colors. It has a little bit for everybody. If you don't have to be an artist to enjoy this book. If you're interested in the technology of the native Californians who lived here, what they actually did, how they thought, because the art is often a way to embody the thinking of the people, you're going to find it in this book. It's available on our website. You can get it at Amazon, but it's a fascinating book. I highly encourage you to get it.